It's an absolute pleasure to be here with, well, I guess half of Bastille.
Yeah,
Well, the other two have gone off with a bottle of Buckfast, which concerns me.
Exactly, I know. Who knows when we're going to see them or if we're going to see them. It might just be us for the gig tonight. Who knows?
We're here at Tea in the Park, and I've watched you guys at Tea in the Park many moons ago, and Scottish audiences have got a real affiliation with you. They absolutely do. Not that audiences everywhere else don't and stuff, but they were probably one of the first audiences to really connect with you guys. Would you agree?
We always have. I mean, like Glasgow in particular, we always have such a blast playing there. Always have quite a blast afterwards as well. Without fail, no. But no, I mean, we're just so kind of grateful that everyone seems to kind of like take to it up here, and yeah, like we always look forward to coming back.
I mean, we were just saying, like when we started out a few years ago, we used to tour around the country, and we used to borrow a car off our friend's mum because it was big enough to fit all our stuff. And we used to, like, the four of us used to like just pack everything in the boot and like drive around. And what was the first venue?
The first place we played up here was the Captain's Rest in Glasgow, which it was to us and the sound guy and some drunk dude in the corner, facing into the corner.
And now we're about to play at the SSE Hydro later in the year, which is just fully blowing our minds because, like, you know, we sort of, yeah, over the last sort of 4 years, having gone from like driving ourselves around to sort of working up through all the venues and getting to play festivals like this for the third time, like it's amazing to be back here for the third time. Yeah, I think like the first time we played here was 3 years ago, and we played on the Radio 1 stage, and so we played on the second stage, and yeah, it was my birthday, and Woody made the whole crowd sing happy birthday to me, and
I asked nicely. It wasn't like a duck demand as such, but yeah.
Sing now!
I was obviously mortified. I was like, well, there's no
Hold on, man. Is it your birthday today?
No,
then?
it's not. It's
Oh,
not.
okay.
Luckily, it's not. I've dodged it this year. It always falls in the pot. But yeah, no, it's just it's really good to be back at this festival.
And back with this wonderful new album that's coming out 9th September, Wild World. It's really hard to say the tour, Wild World. See, I can't even say Wild World Tour because are we missing out a Wild Tour?
Yeah, we just wanted to make it as possible. When we leave the UK, it's going to be the Wild World Tour, which is completely ridiculous. But you know, it is what it is. So you just got to roll with it.
I'm thinking cowboys.
It's the pre-tour Wild World Tour.
Oh, mate.
I mean, we're not selling it. We're really not selling it at all. So
You say you're not selling it, but you sold out the O2 in an hour.
No,
Come on.
So mental. We can't believe it. We really can't. I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
We should probably start practicing now, I guess.
I was going to ask about that because, you know, new album, whole new bunch of songs, but you've got this amazing collection of songs that people know already and stuff. But has that been an easy thing in terms of working out how to play the new stuff live? Because how do you record as a band? Do you?
I mean, the whole process has been kind of, we never stopped writing songs after the first album. So that it's kind of this album, I think because we were lucky enough to get to tour loads around the world, it's given us essentially 3 years to make a record that I think is a lot longer than people making their second albums often get. So we it's kind of like a patchwork of stuff we've been working on for years, and it's a real, like we see this album as kind of like somewhere between a record and a mixtape. It sort of goes through a lot of genres. There's like real heavy guitars. We didn't have any guitars on the first record, and then there's like mad brass samples, and I don't know. It's kind of, it's a proper brain fart of like everything and anything. Like I think I really like, it goes from kind of super downbeat R&B to like big pop moments through to like heavy guitar music and everything and anything in between. And it's kind of, we're just really happy and we're really proud of it. We're really excited for people to hear it. I think it's gonna be interesting what people make of it, you know. But at the same time, it's very much a Bastille record. You know, our thing is, you know, our medium is like three and a half minute songs that hopefully are memorable, and everything else we see as like fair game to sort of experiment within. So it's kind of,
it's a wonderful position to be in, to be able to do that. Do you know what I mean? To kind of, to, like you say, cross genres, and for the album to reflect, I guess, as well, what musical taste the band have. You know, it's so diverse to be open-minded to music as well.
I think we're very fortunate in that Dan's voice is fairly recognisable. So I mean, like Dan's kind of said in previous interviews as well, that like we would like it if, say, you took his voice away and you could play any of the sort of songs on the album, just the backing tracks. It could be that might be a rapper's song, or it might be a rock band song, but
Really interesting.
yeah, just to try and mess around with it a little bit.
I think like what we sort of realised recently as well is that we're like really comfortable being kind of completely genreless and indefinable, and I think like, because it means for us, you know, it sort of plays into our short attention spans that we can, from song to song, we can kind of do whatever we want. And you know, not obviously there are so many incredible albums that we love that are very much like 4 guys, 4 instruments, 1 sound, and that's brilliant. But we've always been like, it's always been as much about playing live as it has been about production. And you know, we co-produce the albums, we write them all ourselves. We don't really work with anybody else, and we really wanted on this record to kind of properly move on the sound and try new things, but do it ourselves without having to work with anybody else. So yeah, we'll see. I'm just, we told ourselves we weren't going to play any of the new record, and we wanted to keep it a surprise, and we're basically playing half of it already. So.
But also, it's ended up being a little bit like musical chairs on stage, because like everyone plays like every instrument at some point, so it's just like change places, go next song. And but yeah, I mean, kind of, again, for our short attention spans, that really helps.
You should make that part of like the production as well for the tour. So you kind of like, there's a really old TV show, it's called Run Around or something, where like you have to answer a question, you'd go in a square or a circle, and then go stick or move sort of thing, and then everyone moves around and the lights and stuff.
Can we employ you as our production designer?
I'm there.
Yeah,
I am there. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah,
Perfect.
Definitely.
Perfect.
Listen, always a pleasure to see you guys.
Nice to see you too.
It's so great to, you know, I kind of almost feel you haven't really been away, because, you know, you say it's been a long time between the album stuff, but your music's just been there. You know, it's never stopped being played. It's never stopped being something.
Amazing, and it's so weird for us, like, you know, for that to be a reality. You know, these are songs that from the first album that, you know, we made in my bedroom, yeah, and with our friends. So it's so, particularly in the States when things were sort of blowing up in the States, it was just so weird for us to be sitting in in a chart, which we never thought we'd be in a chart, alongside, you know, songs with like 50 writers and stuff. And it was so humbling to sort of be in that position. So anyway, we're very excited. So sorry for chewing your ear off.
Thanks for having us back.
My pleasure. One quick thing, Calvin Harris is, I think he might have Will Smith coming on stage with him.
Shut up. What? Shut up.
Well, he did this the last time at
Yeah, I know.
So he did this the last time at Tea, and last night he played at Wireless. Will Smith, Dizzy Rascal, and someone else was on stage with him. But you guys must have some awesome fans. I mean, especially when you go to America, you have like kind of, you know, the guest list is like, hello. Who do you reckon you could, not today obviously, it's a bit short notice, who do you reckon you could call in a favour to kind of come on and introduce you on stage from your celebrity fan?
Less favour, more we know where he lives. We could probably kidnap Craig David, get him here at some point, I reckon. But maybe
he is playing tomorrow.
We always seem to miss him by a day, which is such a shame. But I mean, the pretentious film geek in me would love to get David Lynch to come out and introduce us. I did a remix of one of his songs, and he invited me around his house, which was probably the most mental 2 hours of my entire life, because he's like, to me, that the ultimate rock star in the world. Yeah, he's like God to me.
We did get an offer from Kelly LeBrock, who is sampled on Good Grief, our new single. Yes.
Yeah. Oh my God, I've got to talk to you about this very quickly. So obviously we've been playing this song on the radio, and then the other day, and I was like, it just like hit me, because I watch that film at least once a week as a small person. It's such a good film when the brother turns into the big kind of pile of what looks like poo.
Kyle recommended it. Kyle was like, "You've got to watch this film." Anyway, so the whole album is kind of filled with quotes from films and like Freaks and Geeks, this TV show, and these old documentaries and stuff. And so, because when we did mixtapes before, they were completely illegal. We used to just rip stuff and steal stuff because we put them up for free. And then the lawsuits came afterwards. So this time around, because obviously we're signed to a record label, they're like, you probably want to go about things the legal way. So we did, and which meant having to get in touch with Kelly LeBrock and sort of say, do you mind if we use you in this song? So she was like, okay, well let me just hear the song first. She emailed straight back and was like, I love it. If you ever want me to come and play live with you, I'll come play live with you. So actually, that would be perfect, man.
She's got to do one of those like big arena shows. Just comes on. Which one of you?
Or one of those big arena tours. Just bring the whole thing. Yeah.
That's amazing. I shall watch with bated breath.
But it's so weird when you've got like, I have a screen grab of an email from Kelly LeBrock saying, yes, love the song. Let me know if you ever want me to come play it live with you. I'm like, that's not real life. That exists on my phone is ridiculous.
Please tell me you then sat and put a bra on your head like in the film.
Of course, yeah.
People who haven't seen the film will be like, what are you talking about? You have to see Weird Science to know what we're talking about.
It'll make sense, yeah.
Guys, thank you so much. Have an amazing show, and it's great to see you. Thank you.
See you too.
Cheers, guys.